Good morning, friends. It's Julie, and today we are going through what I received with my postcard swaps and from some friends. Got a lot to share with you today, so we should just get right into it. There's a lot of these countries I only got one from, but it's really nice to get the variety that I did, and this first one is fantastic. This is a maxi card, and if you're not familiar with a maxi card is you have the image and the stamp on the front, and they have to have something to do with it. This is often done when you have first day of issue or something like that, collector's card, and then they have a postmark of some sort to commemorate the release. So that was really nice of this person to send, and this is from Australia. So they have a pre-printed postage on there, and they included a quote, which is, "The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits," by Albert Einstein. Wasn't that great? Okay, the next one is from the Netherlands, and this is the postcard. This cat here looks like their rescue cat. That's why they sent me that postcard. So one of the things that I changed in my profile for suggestions for types of postcards, because some people want to know what you want, is that I just said, send me a postcard, your favorite postcard, or one that you would like to receive, and then tell me why. And I think that's what they were doing here. And they included that stamp and a Ukraine sticker too. The next one is from Finland, and it is this doggy. Cute little doggy. He just is sitting there with a little gift there. And I'm not sure what this says. It's like I didn't do the Google Translate on it. Let's do it together. I have an app on my phone, Google Lens. So here is the app. And I will push this. And it's all backwards to me. Or get this way so I can see what I'm doing. So we will take a picture of that and hit translate. Surprise, surprise is what it says. Translating is that easy. And they included this really lovely stamp here. Okay, the next one is a larger postcard, and it's really interesting postcard. So check this out. There's a lot of detail on this one. This is from the Czech Republic, and this is by Marie Brozova. Eva is the one who sent this. It reminds me of like one of those scenes, like a book poster of, read a book and be transported to those adventures. Or a dream sequence, because everything's kind of different in it. So, very nice postcard. In my last video of my postcards that I received, I had a couple like little strips of postcard there on the bottom every once in a while. It's because I accidentally showed the address. So that was why. But this time, I have a little sticky note, and those are the stamps that they included. Okay, the next one came to me from Spain, and it came in an envelope like this. And so I'll show you the stamps first. And this comes from Juan. So here is the postcard. It said, "After reading your profile, I thought you might like this. A couple of churches in their area." So this is an image of the art inside there. He wanted to put the card in the envelope so I could take the stamps and remove them. So that was thoughtful of him. Okay, the next one is a sheep postcard. And this one comes from Slovenia. She's from the capital of Slovakia. So she included this sheep. She traveled, visited her cousin in Ohio, traveled by train across the U.S., and she visited Montana. She was in East Glacier, so she knew kind of where I live, although that's still 7-8 hours from me, but still same state. Okay, this next one is from India. And this is from the country of the city of Goa, and it's from Cyrus. Caption on this is, "Christian tribal women wearing traditional kapad." And here is the stamp. And the fun thing about this is that I have been to Goa a couple times. It's where I've done a couple mission trips. I taught knitting, and I worked with the boys' school and stuff. So it was really nice to see this image and remember being there and the people. And it's a beautiful place too. Okay, the next one comes from Puerto Rico. And here is an interesting postcard. and it is a certain kind of horse. So she said because of my profile, she thought I liked animals. So this is a Paso Fino horse, and they're known for a certain kind of trotting. You know, because she's from Puerto Rico, she was able to use a forever stamp to send it over. So it makes me wonder, would they have been able to use a postcard stamp because it's a U.S. territory? It's I never thought about that before. Okay, this next one is really kind of an artsy photo, and here it is. This is from Czech Republic. They say that I love this postcard very much. It's very unusual, and it's a most famous cathedral. Reminds him of cubistic pieces of art. I'll show you the information so you can Google it too and find out more about it, because it really is an interesting one. Okay, so here is the stamps. Here are the stamps, and there's the information about the cathedral. So, okay, then now we have a couple from Germany, and this one is sheep, cute little sheep, and this is from Martina. And she lives in a small village near Hanover. It's horse and sheep country there. I always like to hear about the sheep and culture in other countries. And there are the stamps. Okay, the next Germany one is a view card. And it is a very pretty view card. And this is from Martin. Wait a second. The last one went from Martina. This is from Martin, and they're both from Germany. I didn't catch that. This is the capital of the federal state of Saarland, and the hobbies are wine, good food, hiking, and reading. Those are good hobbies to have. They kind of go together. But what I like about this postcard is that instead of the traditional just lines, I like that it has sketchy, like it's more free-flowing on it, so it makes it more more friendly looking. And they even have little hearts on there than a regular view card, which sometimes are kind of sterile looking. So, and then they included this stamp, which we have seen before, and always like it because it has a sheep on it. The next two postcards are from Russia. It's a view card. Siberia is where she's from, in a town there. And us Americans, when we hear the word Siberia, I don't know about you, but I instantly think about a frozen tundra, lots of snow, people bundled up. But here is just a lovely, day scene. You have a beautiful street scene. So that's one thing that's great about postcards, is that opens your mind up. Yes, I know Siberia isn't all like that, but it opens you up to new visions, new thinking. Okay, this next one from Russia is a blue cat. And that's kind of fun because I have lots of blue cats that I send out. But I haven't really received one from Postcrossing before. And this one, she says health and happiness, and she gave me her address so I could send her back something, but I explained that we can't send back right now because, our U.S. won't let us send to Russia. So maybe someday. And the really neat thing about this is she really decorated this well. Has this beautiful edge here. I think she took a shears to this edge because it's got a kind of cropping there. And then she put a little piece of doily. She kind of layered some other stuff because usually this blue cat is just like a white background. She included these wonderful stamps. So sometimes, you have some really artistic people who who send out postcards. And so she did a beautiful job on this one. Okay, now the next few that we have are from the U.S., and this one is gorgeous. It's like a fantasy image with butterfly wings. And this is from Andrea, and she is from Arizona. And she said, this is the only butterfly card she had. She's planning to go to a butterfly garden soon to take photos and make postcards from the photos. So that would be lovely. And then on the back, she included this sheep sticker and then a forever stamp. All right, this is just a lovely one that we have next, and this is from Florida. And look at this. She colored this postcard, and her name is Candace. And look at how good of a job she did. I mean, look at all the detail that she did in those coloring. It's just kind of amazing. Amazing job. Said, yes, please share my artwork on YouTube because I do have a note to say that if you don't want your postcard on one of my videos, please say so. And she's like, well, go ahead. So she's been on Postcrossing for a while, and she's got about 2,500-ish exchanges. So she said it wasn't until about 700 that she regularly got postcards. I'm at about 150, so I got a little ways to go. She's from Tampa Bay, and they have postcard meetups. She said, have patience with this hobby. Soon you'll be rolling in postcards with an ocean of love from others. And I will totally agree with that because, I mean, how many people in your life would take the time, this is hours of work, to do this, send you something just so lovely and, just out of the kindness of your hearts. And I bet you not many people you know. Although I could be wrong. Maybe it's just me. All right. So this next one from the U.S. is California, and it is a vintage-looking postcard. So it is one that it makes like an old image but made into a regular postcard because this is a modern postcard. And it's even the standard size, so the smaller than the Continental. Because here is like the Continental, and there is that size. So it's interesting that they made it that size too. So that is Greetings from Big Sur. Sur, how do you pronounce that? Sur? I don't know, S-U-R. And this is from Angeli, and she lives in Sacramento. She said, I hope you like this card. I consider it my happy place and would recommend it to everyone. I also love your YouTube channel and videos. Enjoy the rest of the summer. So thank you so much. Did you find the videos before you got my name? Yeah, so that is her happy place, which is wonderful because I like to hear what people like. Now, because, you can always get postcards that you like. You can buy yourself postcards that you like, but you don't always know what makes other people happy about postcards, and I really am interested in that. And she included some wonderful stamps there. Okay, this next one is from Notre Dame, and it is a view card from Colorado. She says, I think this postcard is over 20 years old, so it's a vintage postcard. She did a summer in undergrad research and loved Notre Dame so much. She grew up in Wisconsin, and that's from Erin. So yeah, this is kind of neat. I mean, it doesn't look 20 years old, but then again, I'm older than the postcard still, so maybe it doesn't look that old to me. So then she included the stamp. All right, the next one is kind of fun because it's a butterfly, monarch butterfly, and it's not really a postcard. What they did is they took a greeting card, taped it together. You can see that. So then it would be sent as a postcard, and they have a postcard stamp on it, like here. So they were able to send this with a postcard stamp, not an oversized piece. It's Pat from Arizona, 72 years old, and still postcrossing. So she's traveled to Germany and Europe and visited 49 of the 50 states. Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, what a lifetime of memory she has. Not only has she traveled to probably a lot of the places that people send postcards from, but she's still doing it. Yeah, I want to be that when I'm that old, if I get to that age. So I have a postcard installation I want to do on my wall over there when I get things more sorted out from decluttering, and I might make this one of my centerpieces because it's just beautiful and it's large. But things can change too, you never know. Okay, this next one is another one from the US. It's from California. And it's kind of fun because we have ducks in a little dish, and there's one diving in. So you've got diving ducks in a dish. Alliteration there. From Deborah, and she says, it's been hot here this week. I think today will be an old school movie theater kind of day. Oh, stamp. It is one of the standard postcard stamps. Okay, this next one from the U.S. is a Star Wars card, and this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this is from Tennessee, and it's from Susan. She says, I hope you like the Star Wars card. My hubby is a fan. She likes to travel, read, swim, museums, and corgis. Okay, this next one is really cool because it's a postcard day. Postcard. And for postcard day, there's a lot of places that make postcards up to send out that day. And she says she sends 100 postcards out on the World Postcard Day. Wow, I know. That's coordination. October 1st, 1869 was when postcards were officially issued and recognized by a postal operator. So there's your little history of postcard tidbit today. She is from California, And here is the stamp she included. And she used a forever stamp, a regular first class stamp, instead of the postcard stamp. All right, now we're getting down to friend mail. And I showed you this in a little image, but this one made me chuckle. It is, mail a puffin. And when I went to the Orkney Islands, I really wanted to see puffins, but we went at the time when they weren't there. So here now I have a puffin. And of course there's a little sarcasm here that says, the most convenient way to send your loved ones an authentic puffin, as it has become increasingly difficult to clear airport security with a standard puffin. Go figure. So that was a fun one. And then the back also has, the other side of the puffins. And then they used a standard, this is a C stamp. Okay, now I have a postcard pen pal, and she's from Seattle. She sent me a large letter greeting. So this is from Tammy. And she asked me about my flea market, because I mentioned the flea market that I went to. That was a while ago, but then I'm not the best at writing back either. Yeah, it's my aspirational thing where I am a letter writer. I can imagine myself in my Victorian home in my morning room writing out my daily letters, but that's just not reality. So I aspire to it, but it doesn't really happen. I mean, she's reading Clarity and Connection by Young Pueblo. So there's a book recommendation for you. All right, this last one is cool because I'm going to do a little demo with this one, and that's this. It is a scratch-off postcard. She said, make sure to send me a picture when you scratch off. So I said, I'm going to put it in my video to show people. The person is from Australia, and she's part of Sunday Coffee Friends and Postcard Group. And her name is Hannah. Well, there you have it. I didn't realize this was going to be butterflies. Maybe I knew it when I got it, but it was a nice surprise. So it's a lovely image of some butterflies and some mushrooms. And I chose to leave off this little corner so it still has some of the scratch off. So it gives a clue that this is a scratch off postcard. I know the back says it. I think I scratched the stuff here. Right here, the post office actually did this. The part of it was scratched off before I got it. Oh well, that gives it character. It doesn't say on the back that it is a scratch off postcard. It just says that. So yeah, so I think I like leaving this little spot here that's still silver. So, and then there's a few spots on here that still have the silver on it. But look at this. I'm all covered. I think I have to go wash off now. I'm really glad I put a piece of paper down. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your favorites were, what you liked, and what do you think of postcards sending and stuff? Do you do it too? Do you do postcard swaps? Are you interested? Let me know. Talk to you later. Have a joyful day. Goodbye.